Welcome to the stream. Hello. We have some Animal Crossing, which we're going to be playing. And you might be wondering, why is there a countdown? Well, I want to make sure that I am fully aware of how much time I'm actually playing. So I have an hour worth, so I have this set up for an hour. I will be able to talk through chat. But I've gone ahead and I've made it so that we can go ahead and play some of this beautiful game. And I can talk to you guys, and we are good to go. So, the stream is live. At least we should be live. I'll just relink it again, make sure that we have access to that. Change that there, and we are live to good to go. I like to make an hour in between each thing, just because I do, in fact, have long... I really only have so much time in the day. It's kind of what... Yes, I see you. Perfect. All right. Let's play some Animal Crossing. So the plan for tonight is... I like to be able to hear my voice. The plan for tonight is to go ahead and basically we're going to be changing up a few different things here. Number one, we won't be able to do a whole lot because we have all of our villagers on this side of the island now. So we're not going to be able to do an incredible amount of things with this part of the island, but we'll definitely be able to try a few things. For example, all of these houses have been moved, which looks really nice. And I like my little waterfall that I still have here. What I don't like is that I have random stumps. They need to go. Let's begin by cleaning up the island, because that's the first issue we're having, is we don't have a good-looking island. It's very, very messy. And I'm not a big fan of it. So once that countdown hits 0, the stream ends. Obviously, I'll do my wrap-up and say goodbye, but... like I said, it's to do that. I have about $2 million bells worth of turnips here. So there is that, which is fun. Let's see. Just so the audio isn't all messed up. That's why I have it running like that, just because the audio gets all screwy and super wonky. So, there we are. Perfect. So we can actually keep playing. So I have quite a bit I have to do with my island. I'm not really sure what I want to do at this point. I have a few ideas. The biggest issue I'm facing right now is I have this right here in front of me. I have this Nook shop, Nook Crannery, which is fine right here. But when you're coming from the airport, it doesn't work as well as I wanted to. There's Gulliver. We'll deal with him after. It doesn't work as well as I wanted to. And I have this hedge area here, which is fine. So... here's the problem. My turnips are taking up way too much space. I have an orchard that, frankly, I'm doing absolutely nothing with. It just looks nice. And it looks cool to run through. But, as you can see, there's 12 rows here. 12 by, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12 by 6. That's how many trees are in this orchard. And it's fine. It works. But then you have all these other trees here, which, again, all that fruit that I'm just not selling. And that's kind of the biggest problem I'm facing right now is, well, I'm not selling them. They're sitting there doing nothing. They can't go bad in this, which is fine. You can see how many fossils I've missed just because I play this each day, but I don't play more than... I don't know. I don't play more than a couple hours in a day. When I first started, I definitely played a lot more. But yeah, I haven't really played this in quite a bit properly. Like, I haven't done all the usual daily things, just because I've kind of come to that point where I'm like, I don't know what to do with this game. I really don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now with Animal Crossing, and it does concern me a tiny bit, just a smidge, but it is fine. All right. I'm not really sure what I want to do, though. I haven't even got the daily rocks or anything like that. It's just I play and I have fun, but really I'm just collecting fossils right now. Lots of fossils to collect. So what I'd ideally like to do with my design of this island... Hey, honey. I would like to move all of... I basically like to clear this out. That's kind of what I was doing before. And that rock needs to... It can stay there because I know where it is, but... I essentially need to know... I don't really know what I want to do. That's kind of my problem. I don't really know fully what I want to do. I could move these trees. But I don't know where to put them. And if we look at the island for a minute, we'll notice how much space I actually have to work with. So I have all of this free space on the far right-hand side. The left is all taken up, but the right has all that space, but there's so many trees in the way of that space. And so a big thing I would need to do is move every single tree all the way to the right. Essentially, I would need to move them into a section. And the problem is, I haven't counted the amount of trees I have, but I definitely know that I have more than enough trees, right? I definitely have more than enough trees, but I'm not fully sure what I want to do just yet. I'm thinking about it. I've been thinking about it for a while. That is not going to grow like that. It's been there forever, and it's just not going to grow. There we are. I'll put this here. Or, I don't know, maybe it hasn't. I don't know. Very much better. So, if you understand the dilemma, I don't know where to take my stuff. I don't know what I want to do. I have a general idea of what I want to do. And I like these trees here because they look cool as a style. What's your island theme? That is a great question. Island theme is getaway. I wanted to do city. I wanted to do a nice little town. That's kind of what I was thinking initially. But it's almost become a cluster of ideas. And that's where I'm kind of drawing a blank. I'm like, well, what can I do? Guys, it's gone. That present has just disappeared into the great beyond. Those flowers look nice. That physically hurts me. Those flowers look really nice, though. But I'm not really sure what I want to do right now. Interesting. So what we could do... I was starting to build fences around these guys, because I like how this was turning out. See, this is the theme. Okay, so since you're asking about it, this is the... Why are her eyes super red? She looks completely... yeah, she had gone to the special whatever. I want to do something very similar to this. I want to have these villages basically extend. I want that whole road to extend, and I want more of a city idea. But I have all of this spare space of turnips, which is profit, which is nice, but I have all of these turnips which are doing nothing. And they're sitting there, right? So this is the problem I've been facing for days with this. I come back and I'm thinking, okay, I have a plan, and then I think my plan. What works well is my home. Maybe moving my home over might be more beneficial. But I do have my home. And it's just kind of a mishmash of ideas. What to do, what to do, what to do. If we had this go forward, we could put the turnips down over it. And then we have I mean, it's 7 o'clock. Oh, you know what we could do? This would all have to be a road. This right here would all have to be road. But I could actually do that. You know what? That's a good idea. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my tiles down. I like my road. I like that I designed this. For those wondering, what I did is I just... oh, this is going to take a while because I have to pick up all of these turnips. What I did was I ended up going into Photoshop and I adjusted all of these. Yeah, I adjusted everything. That's kind of what I'm getting at. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to have it spread down. Basically like a road that leads out of the... I'm getting rid of the campsite. I don't care about the fact that it's wood underneath. It doesn't bother me that much, if at all, actually. But I still come to a dilemma. I'm not really sure what I want to do. And I'm full of turnips. And this is a problem. Basically, I'm going to have to drop all of these turnips. I'm going to have to sell these turnips at some point. I'm not sure when. I'm not really sure when I'm going to sell these turnips. I'm going to have to be looking for an island. I'm thinking maybe mine will go for a decent price. But I kind of doubt that. Oh my god. I don't have a net. Flip. Flip, flip, flip. I need a net. Do I have enough to make a net, though? I don't think I have enough to make a net. I want that butterfly. Come on. No! Damn it. I need more tree branches. So, I don't know if that's a rare butterfly, but it's definitely something I wanted. Anyways, continuing on. A lot of what this game is just moving back and forth and dropping things and picking up things, and it's fun. This game is a good game. No complaints at all about it. But the problem I'm facing with it is I don't really know what else to do. I should go bring the splathers. I should go bring those fossil to Blathers so that he can give me what I need. I think I have Joy-Con Drift. I've come to that conclusion as well. I mean, you might be thinking, you know, making a giant city road, and the simple answer is very simple. I don't know. I had a plan with this, but now I'm kind of drawing a blank, and I'm thinking, well, I'm not really sure. Do I even have a corner piece to make this? I don't think I do. I know I made a corner piece, but one of these is a corner piece. Maybe it's this one. Oh, let's see. It is incredibly hard to see that. Start small, section by section. Yeah, that's kind of the plan. Okay, so we found the corner piece that I was looking for. Which will probably end up being another piece that goes that way. That way. Damn turnips always get annoying. It's not what I wanted. I just have so many turnips. I want to eat them. I'm so tempted to just say, screw the profit. I want to eat these turnips. Of course, I'm not stupid, but... Alright, continuing on. Grab our waterscaping permit. Okay, 1 second. I feel like that blocks a bit of light getting to the camera. Ugh. I'm gonna probably look into getting some lights in the future, but right now I'm just kind of taking it day by day, as you say, you know. The problem of working 8 hours, you're exhausted by the end. You don't want to, even when you're working from home, you're tired and you want to go to sleep. And that's one of the biggest problems of being a worker and being an adult is you want to stay up, you want to do things, and then you can't because you're too tired. Am I right, guys? Anyway, so the idea basically with this is that it's going to be a garden that you're driving by, and a bridge basically is going to be in the distance. That's kind of what I'm going for, and that's why I wanted to do a more of a city idea with at least with a road, which I think is going to look a lot better now that I'm working on it. But my God, I need some more. All right, so what I'm planning to do, by the way, in Photoshop off this stream is I'm planning to rebuild some of the patterns. You can see it, like, it slightly does it, right? So I do have Joy-Con drift. It's fine though. What I'm planning to do is rebuild some of the patterns so that this pattern specifically at the bottom here, right? That one will end up moving, so it will basically go down and then to the right or left. So whichever way it's opened up, you'll end up having the other piece so it's more connected. What I end up doing usually, though, when I work with these type of structures is I have it so I have a pure black piece, which you might have seen on some of them. I have a pure black piece that just slots right in. So yeah, you got to see what I'm doing, right? I thought this was kind of cool at first, but I'm not a big fan of it anymore. Like, make no mistake, I like this. I like having the water on the other side of the road, but I don't like having it set so that, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is I don't like having it set so that you have to jump between and almost have to make a bridge. I think that doesn't make sense, but... Yeah, it took a while for me I found this design online, but then I decided to modify it and make it my own. So I wanted more of a realistic city. I was watching a TikTok of, Crystal showed me, of this Japanese Animal Crossing village. And I was like, that was really cool. But I'm thinking, well, there's no real point for me with what I'm doing. Like, this is where I'll kind of where it comes in. So if we go over here, right, we go over here, and we look at this area. This is very cluttered and closed in. And the problem that I have is the only way this could ever work is if I was to build a Japanese city. If I was only able to build a Japanese, suburb. And I might do that, but right now I'm focusing on the land work because it's just that I have an idea and I want to stick with my idea. So that's why I'm kind of like, I don't really know what to do here. This is going to go here, and then this is going to go here, and then it's going to turn. Although, I'm thinking maybe I put the road back. This is my problem. I don't know what to do with the road. You know what? You know what? Oh, you know, I cut the present. I got a tambourine. I'm going to hold that. Okay. That was entertaining for all of 2 minutes. So the idea is there's little cars here and they're driving through. I could work more on the exterior of the homes. But I'm not really sure what I want to do. 1 second. Yeah, so that's kind of my problem right now. That's sort of my dilemma. I'm not really sure what I want to do with my village. I had a few ideas. Now I'm kind of like, I'm kind of more stuck. I'm like, I mean, it's fine. There's nothing really inherently wrong with what I'm doing, right? But it doesn't feel right. The only connecting port out of this village is right here. And that's fine. That leads right to the other district, essentially. Okay, you know what? I have an idea. I have an idea. Let's open up. I'll get a screenshot. Right, I'll take a quick screenshot with this, and what we're gonna do is we're going to 1 second here. I'm gonna take a quick screenshot, open up Photoshop, and do some planning because basically what I have in mind for this is moving. Like I made a map of all my villagers, and I kind of have to update it. But let me demonstrate kind of what I'm getting at here. So the problem I'm facing with this whole build, right? The problem I'm facing with this whole build is that while I have... Let me get a better view here. All right, so you can kind of see what's going on, right? There we are. I don't know if you can see the mouse, but... it's totally what I wanted. Display capture. Whatever. All right. Hey, Alpha. So the idea I have in mind here is if we just minimize this for a second. We minimize this for a minute and look here, right? Beautiful. So I have display capture on capturing cursor. Okay, so you can kind of see what I'm doing right now, right? hopefully. So essentially the problem I'm having with this build is that basically the biggest issue is when we look at it this way, I have, oh, sorry. I just realized why it was failing to do that. I'll just open up like this. All right. So you can actually see what I'm doing. So as you can see, we have our build. Hey, Azron. So as you can see, well, we have our build here, right? So we have, my house is right here. We then have the rest of our villagers. We have Shep there. We have Bengal there. We have Axel. We have Diva. We have Cookie, Diana, Clay, Candy, Lobo, and Norma. So this whole area right here is all sectioned off. Nothing wrong with that. It's all sectioned off. It works just fine. We then have this whole entire area here, which we're doing absolutely nothing with. This is now crossed over, which is good. Bubble Diva, no. I didn't say Bubble. I said Bangle Diva. But as you can see, we have gone and we essentially have a problem here because I have all this water and all these cliffs and the lakes, and just doesn't work. So what I've done is I've completely eliminated all of... One sec here, sorry, I have to put that back. It's going to drive me nuts if I don't. Why? One minute. All right. Anyways. I didn't lock it, did I? Oh. Why are you not... I hate when that happens. Like, why are you like this? Hold on. We're going to re-transform that. Reset transform. All right. So we're coming back to our display capture, right? Beautiful. So we come back, and the issue we're dealing with is we have our airport here. We have the campsite there. We have museum there. We have tailors there, shop there, and resident services there. The issue I'm facing is, as you can see, I don't have a whole lot of room on the left side of my island. I have a lot of room on the right side of my island, but not a whole lot on my left side of my island. The problem with my right side of my island is I have a lot of trees there. The amount of work that it would take to cut down said trees is absolutely astronomically way too much work. Just to move all of the trees, and I would have to basically clear out my inventory and move 40 trees, which would mean I'd have to eat 40 cherries to do this. I would be having to move every single tree to another part, and I don't know where to move them. So let me demonstrate my dilemma here. All right. So here's the dilemma I'm facing. So if we go forward, she looks stoned. I just want to say that right now. So if we go forward, we move over here, you can kind of see what the issue I'm having. Well, except for that. I don't want that to fall in the water. I don't know. Can I chance it? It's going to probably fall, and I'm probably going to lose a bunch of money, but... I think I just got... No, I didn't get the Nook Miles. Screw you. So the dilemma I'm facing with this whole build and this whole problem is simply this. I have this area, which I initially was going to do something with, and I've done absolutely nothing with it. As much as I like that waterfall, and I like this little platform, I do not feel it works as well as I want it to. And sure, it looks cool. And the way it branches is astronomically cool. But I don't feel it works well for what the design I'm going for. That's really my biggest problem with this. I have to break this area down and remove the amount of water I have. Because if we look again at the map, right? The amount of water I have in this area is just way too much. There's too much water. And so it essentially through all of the quadrant, let's see here, quadrant 5, F, E, D. I love it. It's an amazing microphone. I put some compression on it, and I used ozone elements. I actually got that for free. They just gave it away for free. I'm like, sweet. I would definitely recommend getting Ozone Elements. If you can still get it for free, it's worth it. It's mastering. Does some other things too, but it's mostly for mastering. But yeah, welcome to my stream. Countdown timer, in case you're wondering, I've set it for an hour. I ordered 2 Elgato chelates. Hold on, let me see if I can read that. I got one of them in the mall. I'm still waiting for the second. Nice. I know those things are not cheap. He gave his brother his lamps back. I'm proud of you for upping your quality. Just don't get addicted to it. Alpha, by the way, something I wanted to mention. Yeah, I know. My question is, though, how are you able to afford this during quarantine time? I forgot what job you do, but... I got this mic from Tom Lee. Solid. Also, I have a boom arm and a pop filter now, so no more popping for me. Sorry, I was going to say, Alpha. So, I worked on a script last night. You file for quarantine monies. See, but that's not the way to do it, man. You don't want to file for quarantine money and then use their money for... Alright, this Joy-Con is... I've dropped it too many times. Sorry. So, Alpha, I wrote a script. And it's kind of what I was getting at. In regards to that video, the Fallout video that I was going to do, I decided, spoiler warning, to go against it. And I made a very valid reason of why. But I sat there for a solid hour and a bit. Crystal was asking how I was doing, but I sat there for about an hour and a bit, and I was just writing. Fair enough, fair enough. But don't you want to have more than just money for food? I mean, at the end of the day, right? Like, you need to... I don't know. I don't know your it doesn't matter. I don't know your financial situation. It doesn't really matter, and I'm not going to give you financial advice on a stream because that's widely inappropriate. So you're still going to make the video? No. I'm not. I'm making a completely different video. I've recorded the audio. I did the VO in Reaper. I did initially have a part about how I was no longer going to use software that wasn't free, but I now have a legal copy of, well, the entire Adobe suite. Crystal is paying for her copy. And the beautiful thing about Adobe Creative Cloud is you can use it up to one license for up to 2 computers. You just can't be on the same, you just can't be using the same account at once, apparently. Now, there's probably a way around that. You could probably put the thing into offline mode. Fair enough. So yeah, basically, I decided against it. And I realized that it just wasn't, it wasn't for me. That's kind of what I was getting at. And then the video that I'm doing, don't be a Josh. Alright, I won't be a Josh. I have no idea who Josh is. But there we go. That's more what I wanted. Yeah, that feels better. Now I actually have some more room with this island to do some work. Fun fact, by the way, I don't know if you have a UR22 Mark II. Something I've been noticing with my interface from Steinberg is I get this issue where I'll be listening to, I'll have something playing. Even, this is why you might notice my voice just stops for a minute when I'm playing this, or when I'm recording a video or streaming. Basically, we'll end up, no, you got that Mackie mixer? Okay. So what will end up happening is my mic will, my audio just dies. It just dies for about 2 seconds. It was more noticeable in my Breath of the Wild video about when I got the new microphone. It was more noticeable in that video at the end there, and Crystal had a good laugh about it. But it was just turnips. Yeah, lots and lots and lots of turnips. You're welcome. It is a good mixer. Very entry level though. I have mine literally sitting there in the closet. Haha, it's in the closet. I have mine sitting in the closet doing absolutely nothing. And I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to keep it. No. Oh. Let's talk. I was worried there, guys. I thought he was going to leave, and I'm like, if he's leaving, I'm selling him, and I don't want to sell. The only villager I want is Diva. The only villager I want gone is Diva. I don't care for her. I have stopped talking to her. I thought maybe, you know, because she was my first villager, I'd keep her, but I really don't like her. Just pull out a phone. I don't really care for Diva all that much, and most people don't like her. And I'm sure there's someone out there who will probably want her, but this is not for me. You made a guide on how to get all my lead ore in Fallout 76. Okay, so speaking about that, Fallout 76, new video, coming out very soon. I'm cutting together the Elgato unboxing. I finally have that, the rough cuts done of it. Well, I would say probably 85% of it is cut together. Can't wait to see that, yes. The next video, Fallout 76 Wastelanders. I'm doing a 2020 guide for that one. What else am I doing? I don't really have much of another plan for videos. But I do not want to... I don't know. I don't really have a plan for some videos. I had some ideas before, and I made... You're going to do useful guides on how to get materials. Well, you know, good on you, Ben. If that's going to work for you, perfect. Your screws one has 3,300 views. Not bad, not bad. For a very niche game. Like a niche topic. On a game that no one really plays as much anymore. Yeah, good job on that, actually. That's impressive. I always miss those. And I don't have a net. It drives me nuts. Alright. There's really no point to this. I don't know what I want to do. I don't really know what I want to do with this island. I had a theme. I had an idea. I'm going city. I was working on the area, and then I was... You know what? No, I know what we're going to do. Sorry, I'm getting scatterbrained here. I'm overwhelmed because there's so many turnips, and I'm like, I just want to sell them. There's 2 million... I missed you streaming games. Let's talk about that for a second. Well, I had fun streaming games. Faithless Wondering? Tell him I say hi. Well, I miss streaming, and I missed it, for sure. I do not miss the negativity, the anger, the jealousy, the envy, the issues I faced as a person. I don't miss that. I don't miss, Oh, nice. Thanks. I don't miss that whole scene, if that makes sense. I don't miss the anger that I got from, yeah, I am a better person. At least I try to be a better person. Is that Iguanodon skull? Interesting. So I don't miss the whole idea of... Sorry, Blaz is just confusing me. I don't miss all the negativity that came from streaming. I don't. I took it way too serious, is what it came down to. I spent way too much time doing it. I was thinking back on my videos. Good job. Good job, Blathers. I don't... Yeah, it's hard for me to formulate. This is why I made this video. So, spoiler warning about the video I've made. It involves quite a lot. The 16... Oh, dude. Alpha, did you find me because of BZ Plasma? I was thinking about this recently. Where... If you found me because of BZ Plasma... No, you didn't. Okay. So, I'm going to give a story about a gentleman named BZ Plasma. It was from Yeti Elder. Yes, I do, Yeti. Oh my god. Yes, Yeti is such a good guy. I definitely stopped talking to him because not intentionally. It just happened, and I remember him. Yeah, good old Secret World, man. Oh, that game was so good, and then I stopped playing it. I should re-download Secret World Legends. I don't know if it's still good, but regardless, Azeron, I remember how you came to this stream. I was playing Borderlands. It was back years ago. I think I was shirtless. I didn't have my camera on. I had some jazz song going, and I remember you came in and you talked about pizza. I still have some of those clips. Oh god. See, the thing is, what I love about... I'll get to my story about BZ in a second here. What I miss is these moments. I did miss these moments. Pizza. No, don't go back there. I miss these moments, but at the same time, I don't miss the excessiveness of it. So, all right, now that we have this, let's talk about the story. So BZ Plasma he's a nice guy, you know, from what I understand, but he is a person who gets so involved in Twitch. He's a person that gets so involved with streaming excessively and treating it like his job, right? I needed a lot of structure. And the thing is, he was a good streamer. I should say he is, but I haven't checked on him for a long time, but he definitely let the negativity fester inside of him to the point that he made himself not respected amongst his peers. The people that he was wanting their attention from, he did not gain any fans, is what it comes down to. And the unfortunate thing about him was the person that people I respected when startups go into price. That's a good question. The people that I respected, he didn't like. And yes, I became more right-wing than I was before, and some things happened, but basically, BZ, unfortunately, I would say, is kind of an incel. And I'm saying that as someone who, when I've looked at the characteristics of that, that's what he is. And he had a lot of issues. And I remember he came into my stream when I was playing Doom. And that's how I found the guy. And I don't know if he took sympathy or pity on me or something. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. But I just remember I was like, oh, this guy's kind of nice. But the thing is, what I noticed about myself is the more I watched his streams, the more negative I was getting, the more pissed off I was getting about Twitch and all these other things. And sure, it doesn't help that I, looked behind the scenes at, Trevelyan's channel and watching essentially what was happening in that community and these other people. And I mean, from time to time, I've been watching Atrozi's videos about that one. I heard you guys remember that stream? Sorry, it's that streamer who might have been trolling, but she basically said that all of her viewers are bums who can't give her $5 or $10. It was, I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, this is what I missed out on, and I'm glad I did, because I would used to go on... Oh, shit, hold on. I used to go on the Twitch fails subreddit, or live stream fails subreddit, and I got so incredibly pissed off, and I was making myself angry. And that's kind of what I was getting at with BZ. So he was getting very angry at the people that he wanted their respect from, because once they turned on him almost, and he felt like him playing Doom, right? It was his game. That's how he felt it was. Once his ego was built, that's when he ended up, you know, things went downhill for him, to the point that he faked his own death online. It was very bizarre. But he basically just he burned all of his bridges and everything previously. Hello, half a heart. So he burned all of his bridges, essentially. And once he ended up doing that, I just watched the fallout from that. And then I watched the fallout for myself. Pardon the pun, but I watched the fallout for myself about what was going on in that world. And when I left that world, I decided that I don't want to be a part of it. And the reality of the situation was Twitch was virtual heroin for me. That's the, you know, whatever. That's what it was. Demonetized, but it was virtual heroin for me. And I wanted nothing to do with it. But the other thing about Twitch... Oh, yeah, I didn't have this. The other thing about Twitch, too, was... It was all I did. All I ever did was stream. All I ever did was think about streaming. So right there, that is a drug. It doesn't matter how you view it. That is an addiction. That is a drug. And that was one of my biggest problem with it is... So going back to what you're saying, Ben, when you said, hey, or Azar, you know, you said, I should, you know, you miss my streams. You miss my game streaming. It's kind of leads into the video that I'm making, but basically the idea is I was unhappy, and I've learned that my channel, my content, my community sometimes needs to come after my happiness. And I'm not saying selfishness. I'm not saying, you know, I'm being selfish here. I'm not saying I'm being self-indulgent or whatever. But I didn't have any balance when I streamed. I didn't have any moderation. I had moderators, but I didn't have any moderation. And I used to talk about this before when I went to church and stuff. And I said that the key to life is moderation. Everything is done in moderation, right? Don't ask why it was about church. But anyways, that's what it was. I just remember saying that. And I said that, and I was very prophetic in this. Like, I knew exactly what not to do. But when you're stuck in a situation and you're so used to acting, you're so used to being on a stage, and then you find a place, a platform, an audience that appreciates everything you do and enables you, unfortunately. And I don't mean this in any disrespect to anybody watching this stream. But I would say a lot of people with my Twitch enabled me. Thanks. I'll give you the rundown, half a heart. I made a video how I said that Twitch is virtual heroin. Alpha and Azeron have been fellow friends of mine for quite a few years. I used to stream consistently every single day, 18, 20, 16, whatever hours, almost every day on Twitch. And I got excessive. I got really excessive with it. Because there is a streamer whose name is, what is his name now? Man vs. Game. Nothing against the guy. Good streamer. He streamed for 89 hours playing Batman Arkham Knight when it first launched. Believe me, it was a big news about, and people were worried about him. But he said this saying of always be casting, ABC, always be casting, always be streaming. Epos Vox, I think you watched my Twitch video. There's a guy, Harris Heller or Alpha Gaming. He watches, he doesn't watch my content, obviously, but these guys are the stream doctors, stream professors, and I would say the reason why they're successful and why I wasn't is because they have that moderation. They have a life. They have a life outside of Twitch. They have a life outside of YouTube. YouTube is a big part of your life. Sure, it can be a big hobby for you. I did a permadeath this morning of Diablo, but I beat it. But as I killed Diablo, I died. Bravo, Ben. Bravo. You get one of those. Like, I don't know. Yeah, basically both. Yeah, I don't know. I think that would be a fail, but that's like an epic fail. Do people use the word epic anymore? I know the whole idea of cap and no cap is big with the kids nowadays. Fiance got me into TikTok. I regret that decision entirely. There's some interesting content on there, though. I'll say that much. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. That counter. Unfortunately, half the heart. I'm sorry to say this. Thank you so much for watching and come and hang out. Oh God, I have stories about that and how I didn't understand it back in college, and I was very much anal, and I basically got blocked by someone on Instagram because of I didn't understand the phrase, and I called them out. It doesn't matter. Actually, I guess that is a story. I just kind of told it. So what I'm going to say here is there is a timer. That timer is about another 9 minutes remaining. Once it hits an hour, once it hits down to 0, the stream has ended. And the reason I'm doing this is because I determined that if I stick to hour streams, I'm sorry, I didn't really accomplish a whole lot here. Later, I plan on doing another video of selling all these turnips in one succession, whatever. What I plan on, if I don't follow it, one, you can see I ramble on, and so I end up losing track of time. Number 2, it's helping me stay focused. So that's what I didn't have with Twitch. So I would look at my clock. I would look at OBS, and I would see, okay, I've been going for 8 hours. Well, I'll just go for another 10 or go for another 3. Like there was because I had nothing going on in my life. Absolutely nothing. So that's why it's there. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news and say, oh, it's going to be ending soon, but it is. But you know, if you hit that subscribe button, if you like the content, hit the subscribe, you know, hit the notification. I hate that term. Hit the notification bell. Like, no, just if you do, you do. Follow you on. I don't. For me, it's never been something that I've pushed, and maybe that's my problem. And this is kind of what I'm going to go back to for a second. So in 2016, I made a video titled "It's Time for a Change" or something. I don't remember. I was looking at it recently, and in that video, I did a couple videos about how I was burnt out from YouTube and all that stuff. And it's the same thing. Like the thing that looks like a boob. No, Ben. It's the same thing. All I was doing was YouTube. All I was doing was streaming. All I was doing was theater. All I was between school. Like all I was doing was this one thing. And so of course you get burnt out from that. You know, people have their hobbies for sure, but I don't know what else to say there. YouTube is definitely a big hobby for me a year or so. Then I realized I wasn't actually having fun making content. I was not focused on my education and family. That's important. That's actually a good takeaway. You should definitely be focusing on what's important to you. If your hobby makes you money, continue to do your hobby. Go where the money is. And I'm going to sound like a sellout here, but go where the money is. But at the same time, make sure you take time off for yourself. I don't know if you're a fan of Felix. I don't know if you're a fan of PewDiePie. Oh, shit. There you are. I forgot I have that. From Adventure Time, man. I forgot I have that. I don't even use these alerts very often. If I get something, I get something. It's like, whatever. Like, yeah. Have a life. It's kind of what I'm getting at. And if you have a life, iHobby doesn't make me money. I still like because I do it because I like editing. Editing is fun. I have something for you, Ben. It's gonna make it's seared into my soul now. I have something for you. I gotta get these right constructs. I have something for you. It's gonna make your life a lot better. Sarah Dici, you know, as in Peachy. She actually made a tutorial. I'll say she made a tutorial in 2016. And then made another one recently, and then completely recently, back in last month, about her keyframe or her keyboard shortcuts for Adobe Premiere and for their also DaVinci Resolve. I ended up using these keyboard shortcuts, and oh my god, are they useful! She mapped SDF to the shuttle, so you know JKL, which normally does back, forward, back, pause, and forwards, and you can double tap it and stuff. She put those to shuttle, which makes sense when you're, because I'm left-handed, right? I'll make this also clear. I'm a left-handed person. My mouse is a SteelSeries Sensei. I have a few other mice as well, but anyways, SteelSeries Sensei. I play left-handed. I use my mouse on my left hand. I use my right hand for keyboard, whatever. She made this really cool tutorial. I followed it. I grabbed the the shortcuts, keyboard shortcuts, and I put them. No, but I will send you the video regardless after the stream to show you what is. Basically, you can translate them. You'd have to figure out what is what. She didn't have it in hers, but what I did is I added C, which normally is cut, right? I actually add that to split clip, which is normally Alt K, Control K, Alt K, which sounds like Alt J. So now whenever I press C, I will cut a clip right then and there. I've been using Q and W to ripple delete left, back or forwards. I've been doing that a lot lately, and that's actually made my videos a lot faster. The problem I have with editing and the problem I have with Animal Crossing is ideas, coming up with ideas and sticking through with those ideas and seeing things to the end. I'm kind of just getting things out. I haven't talked to you guys in a while properly in this type of setting for a while. I talked to you, Ben, but I haven't really. I've been so focused on work. Yeah, you wear those shades. That's Diva. If you don't like her, you can have her. I've been kind of running around. I didn't really have a plan. I wanted to design, but then I kind of got into my usual, I'm going to talk. And this is why my streams ended up being 14 hours long. Another thing, too. I made a new Fallout 76 character doing a bloodied junky pistol build. I'm going to join you in that if you're playing it on PC, because I do want to play it. It's weird. NPCs make it better. I want to play Fallout 76. But I also, because I work from 8 to 5, I'm exhausted at the end of the day, and I don't really want to play a game. Like, it's weird. Like, I don't really want to do anything. And so I kind of have to force myself. McDoven 2, I think. I think it is. Or Slab Tech. I don't know. But yeah, so, half a heart. Thank you for subscribing. I'll be very quick. Left-handed. I've been doing YouTube since 2008. I used to have a YouTube channel called McDoven. I renamed it to my name as our own as a Fallout. He is, man. That guy plays so much Fallout. So much Fallout. I used to... Don't force yourself. All right. Well, I won't. I used to play a lot of games. I made a lot of content, and I couldn't get into a lot of things over the years. I wasn't into jump cuts. Lately, I've been using them. Just because, and better edits, because I saw them as lazy in a way, but now they make sense. I have watched many tutorials on how to edit, how to become better at a lot of things. I have made countless Twitch videos about how to become a better streamer. I did that for 6.5, 7 years, and in 2018 I just deleted my channel. And that's that. Now I just stream on YouTube occasionally. What you're subscribed for is gaming content, tech content. I don't really do news. I did for a bit there. I've tested things. I've tested the water on different ideas. But what you're subscribing for is not, I guess, education. I make a lot of tutorials. I have a Switch hacked tutorial, which is I bought a first generation Switch. I don't really know what else I could talk about at this point because I'm kind of coming to the end. Yes, I actually want to see that. I want to see your keyframe lights. Specs wise, I'll be G7 7590 gaming laptop, i7 9750H, GTX 1660 Ti, 32 gigs of DDR4, 3200 megahertz RAM. Steinberg UR22 Mark II audio interface, AT2035. I have a pop filter that came with this Numa stand. I can't wait for more content. Thanks for encouraging talking words. Yes, thank you guys for watching. It was a pleasure. And yeah, I make videos randomly. Kind consistency is not my biggest factor, but I thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I was gonna say thank you for talking, but thank you for watching. Thank you for chatting. Guys, normally I don't care, but we hit 6 viewers. Oh, and one more thing. If you type in Undertale 143% slower, that is my video. That is my claim to fame. It has 143,000 views, give or take, maybe more. I don't know. People really like hearing the music slowed down. It's kind of my thing. I also make a Dr. Phil ASMR video. You can find all this online. No. You can find it all online. And yeah, on my YouTube channel. I will now post my channel into the description. You can obviously find it. Real quick here, we're just going to end. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. I know I didn't do a whole lot with this. Funny enough, I can't actually claim my name. It annoys me. But I put it to my name. And yeah. Let's put a... Can we put a YouTube link there? That's cool. That's cool. I'm going to put a stop sign. All right. I'm out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take it easy. It was a pleasure. And I'll see you in the next one. Like it, dislike it, and peace out. I don't know how to do this.